As the pandemic subsides and travel tentatively resumes, I would love to ask you, where do you want to go next? Do you have a special travel plan? Or do you have a special destination that you've been dreaming always to visit? I'm sure you do, but please don't misunderstand me. I'm not a travel agent and I'm not going to sell any tourism package or any tour for you. My name is Chokri. I am Tunisian. I am a travel enthusiast. I'm also a sustainable tourism specialist and I'm involved in several sustainable tourism networks, international one, and I'm really very keen on the sustainable travel industry today. But beyond all of that, let me tell you something. I'm a sunset lover. And I should tell you always that this is the best moment of the day because it reminds me of new beginnings and the hope of a better tomorrow. I'm going to take you off the beaten track in some places in Tunisia. I'm sure that you have heard of the legendary movie Star Wars, right? The saga Star Wars, George Lucas, Tunisia. Have you heard of the Tatooine planet? Maybe? Maybe yes, maybe not. That's not the purpose, don't worry. You know what? I have a confession to make, but please don't tell my CEO about it. Since last year, I've joined a niche tourism investment company in Tunisia, Galaxy Tours, which creates immersive travel experiences at Star Wars film sites, secure cross-sector strategic partnership, and multiplies local stakeholder benefits. But you know what is my confession? I've never watched one single episode of the legendary movie Star Wars. And today, I work as a public relation manager for the Galaxy Tour American company. I am sure that the COVID has given us a time to pause and reflect on future solution, especially for some of the most affected industry by the pandemic, the tourism one. As you might be aware of, there is a strong need to reflect on a new model and to change the paradigm. As you might know, also the role of the industry is vital, and we need healthy destination. Taking into consideration its geographical location in the central Mediterranean region, its history, and its rich cultural heritage, our country, Tunisia, is a good case in point. I'm sure also that you have heard about the attack on Sousse on the beach on June 26 in 2015 that have led to the death of 39 foreign tourists. And you know, since then, the tourism sector in Tunisia has been greatly affected by the downturn in the tourism numbers. And I can let you guess since the pandemic how much the country had lost in jobs and in its travel industry. As pleasing as those images were, the reality was that billions of dollars of tourism revenue, which usually goes towards supporting cultural heritage sites and local communities, came to a grinding halt. The impact was really devastating. Visits to cultural heritage sites, such as the Star Wars in the south of Tunisia, have dropped by more than 90%, and communities dependent on tourism have been financially decimated. Combining the US market and with the European one, the Star Wars market has an enormous spending power and ultimately can afford high quality tourism experiences in Tunisia. With such a large spending power, visitors will stimulate the Tunisian tourist economic sector. Now you should have understand why I have joined Galaxy Tour Company, right? So you see the potential of such an investment and such a project in Tunisia for the tourism recovery post-pandemic. I am fully convinced that this is the kind of solution we need for the future of the tourism industry. If we aim to meet the sustainability goals and to create sustainable destination for sustainable future, I'm sure such an investment is really required. You know that sustainability isn't simple. It can be boiled down. It isn't a quick win. A hotel, for example, might declare it's eliminated single use plastic, but does that make it sustainable? What about its energy use, its food waste, its track record on environmental protection and community engagement? And sustainable travel is really complicated. Even the term is flawed. According to a National Geographic survey in 2019, while 42% of travelers would be willing to prioritize sustainable travel in the future, only 15% of them knew that's what sustainable travel actually meant, which raises the question, is it in fact a misnomer or even a contradictory set of ideas? And caring about sustainability doesn't mean giving up on holidays altogether, given that tourism is one of the world's largest industry, responsible for 10.4% of the global GDP in 2019 and employing roughly 1 in 10 people on the planet. So I believe that post-pandemic we have a responsibility, which is to start traveling again, and an environmental and cultural responsibility is needed to do it sustainably. So whatever you are, a Star Wars fan or not, come and visit Tunisia. Give it a try. You will be surprised, as we have a lot to do and to offer to you. May the Force be with you.